Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion. Takes a sabbatical from dailies and attempts to do some Ascension defect. Dude, I know you're like, stop doing defect runs, I want to see other characters, but we've been rolling, man. I gotta try. Maybe we'll try some silent Ascension after this. You know, we've been stalled at this Ascension level for like 3 months. Random rare. Choose a rare. Enemies in your next 3 combats have 1 HP. Nah, not worth it. Lose your starting relic. Boss relics can be amazing, but I really liked Cracked Core, honestly. Random rare. Nova. Worthless right now. Let's just call it what it is. But if we get a power deck rolling, we might be okay with this. So, very simple. I think you just crunch the numbers. We could do 18 damage, or we could zap, do 12 damage, which gives us 18 total for the turn. We were going to do 21 total, regardless. And it also gives us another target for dual cast. I'm slowly, like, coming to terms with the fact that my original assessments of a lot of these cards, surprise, surprise, were truly awful. Dual cast is actually a necessary card in order to actually get some kills, especially in the early game. Like, zap plus dual cast is what... Dang. Allows you to kill enemies when otherwise you have almost no gas except for your basic strikes, right? So this is huge, and we'll play that, and then just hope to knock you out pretty soon after. Not weak any longer. There we go. We lost 1 HP, it's not that bad. I feel like I'm starting to understand to a greater degree how to play this character, how to adapt. It's a necessary part of the business. You know what? Let's transform Nova. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. What can I say? This is exactly what I wanted. It's all for 1. Remove a card. Take a basic strike, please. And all of a sudden, I think we're gassed up and ready to go. If only Dark Shackles didn't exhaust. So what do we like here? I think we should get something to gas us up early. I know I keep saying that phrase, but we'll take Rip and Tear. I think it's good. Actually, I feel like Turbo is probably good as well, even though it's gonna make our deck a little dangerous here early. And then I think we'd like to make either Zap or Dual Cast cost 0, and let's start by making Zap cost 0. And now All for One starts to have a little bit of momentum behind it, really. Unfortunately, it's not really the strongest first turn for it, but so be it. This is where things are going to be a little dicey. So let's drink our skill potion, Genetic Algorithm. So it's just like actually maybe the worst card we could have gotten. And I hate that we're getting like a balance of damage here, but sure, so be it. Everything's going to be reshuffled. We don't want to draw All for One. Yet, anyway. I will accept a little bit of damage, and I'm also aware of the fact that... Oh, actually, I'm not going to accept any damage, I should say, but I'm aware of the fact that our deck is very slowly being filled with absolute garbage, and this is a great indication of that fact. So we are going to take 9 on this turn, but that should be, you know, Lord willing, that should be the last damage we take on this fight. So we can get Zap back. You know what? I don't want to take damage. All for One is definitely our best way of dealing damage, but we don't need to do that combo yet. We might like to do the combo, but we don't need to do the combo yet, so just preserve your HP. It's another thing. I think I've been very short-sighted, always focusing on like the engine, not worried about the breaks. No need to play it. He's dead anyway. Decent fight, 300 gold. Aggregate is pretty good, but only if our deck gets thicker. I think Sweeping Beam has a tendency to maybe be a little bit more useful. And I'll tell you what, right off the bat, I'm liking that. Nothing else does too much here, but the strike does put this unit in 1 strikeable range. I love having a lot of money because this gives us a great ability to maybe get something on the next floor. Or sorry, on the next shop, I should say, that could be really useful. Self-repair, I do think is, even if we're not going to take a power-focused deck, is real nice. So we're going to go for this other elite. I feel pretty confident in our first floor abilities right now, which has not happened all that often. Turbo gives you more energy. Self-repair gives you more heal. I'm looking for something that costs 0. So we're going to make dual cast cost 0. The more channels we can get, the better that this is going to make dual cast. And being able to get dual cast off of an all-for-one is pretty nice. So, little channel. Rip and tear. I like it. And we're going to do self-repair instead of 2 defense. Like self-repair defend instead of 2 defense. Because I think optically it's a better look for us. Let's make sure we take no damage. Hit you. Bring up another zap. Well-balanced damage. At least. We'll start with the sweeping... Yeah, you can do it. Sweeping Beam dual cast gets the kill. We got 2 cards. Did Prayer Wheel change, like, today? I think we have to take Electrodynamics. We're not getting that much lightning, but I think this could be awesome. So definitely Zap, definitely Ball Lightning, definitely Cold Snap. The whole reason I take Cold Snap, and again, I'm trying to avoid tooting my own horn, because I don't think there's much that's worth tooting yet. But it's better, I don't want to play any more skills. I think we'll just take the damage here and accept that. But it's not that the Frost is good. It's that its ability to do damage and then evoke another orb from the front, which could do damage or give you a bunch more block, is excellent. I do think Steam Barrier is actually okay, but Rip and Tear is also really good damage. This run is so much better right now than a lot of our previous runs have been at the start. We definitely want to play Self-Repair. We'll put Turbo out there as well. So yeah, it's more about having tools that can push things from the front of our deck out there. I think you are definitely dead, but let's do it like this, just to make sure. Yeah, that works. Okay, Reinforced Body, Cold Snap. Reinforced Body is really nice. I do think Cold Snap is maybe better early. Leap is amazing. Not at all worried about having too much block. Now, I think starting with a Channeled Orb is our best bet here, even though Bottled Flame might be one of the best relics in the game. And I do think Jack of All Trades is also excellent. Don't really love any of our other options that much. So we're going to go here. We might as well rest, because we have to remember that we're not healing for full after this boss fight anyway. So, what do we like? Really, it's just double Cold Snap right off the bat. We could Turbo all for one, but we just want to get this guy to transform right now. So we're going to start Jack of All Trades. Transmutation is not huge here. It's 12 damage that I would have liked it if it could have happened like slightly differently. This guy is going to transform. It just looks bad right now. So we don't need to play anything else. I'll play a Transmutation, see what we can get out of it. I love having 0-cost cards, don't get me wrong. I think we'll keep Purity around as well. We don't need the block. No! We do need the block. You only didn't need the block if you were gonna play the strike, you fool. You absolute idiot. Yeah, I don't think there's any way out of this for us, so we're gonna be taking some damage here. Even gaining, if we gain 2 focus, we'll do 5 damage. We can dual cast. We get up to 16 block. Which is actually 20. So we're only taking 16 damage, but this was idiotic. That was very stupid of me. It's Rip and Tear. And nothing else really matters on turn 1 here. So let's, or on this turn I should say. So let's draw, and we'll do that. And we might as well Sweeping Beam. Work through our deck a little faster. Yeah, that was terrible. Well, just stupid, really. No need to play Electrodynamics until it's upgraded, at least. So we do want a defend, and then I think we will play Turbo anyway, and we'll do a Cold Snap to do some extra damage. We got 16 coming out here. I really shouldn't be hitting you, but I never know what's good for me, so we'll do that. Now, all for one, brings back Zap, brings back Turbo. You're doing 20 damage. We would be wise to pay attention to this. We actually do want self-repair, now that I think about it. At least it'll give us some heal, and we got this guy to flip over. So, auto shields is nice. Finesse is fine. Secret technique just gave us a defend, but then we can afford to rip and tear. And we can dual cast, but I don't think it's worth it right now. I would describe this as a terrible fight. I have done a very not good job with this fight. We got the perfect draw there, though, to not have to worry too much about a void being drawn. We will play Turbo, and this is where we would like to kill you, but I don't think we're going to get there. So generally speaking, we probably start with draw, hope to get a 0-cost card. Didn't happen. All for one real quick. Get another Turbo. 4 energy. We are going to get you. Okay, so it could have been better, but it definitely could have been worse. We don't kill that quickly, I think, so I don't know about bias cognition. Meteor Strike is untakeable right now, I think, without any other plasma being generated, and or other energy coming from anywhere. Rainbow is really decent, but a little expensive. So I'm erring on the side of bias cognition right now, but I think I'll take Rainbow and see how we can make it work. So, very good, but I think we have to try Nuclear Battery. Now, we do have 4 energy, at least to start with, and we can do something with it. Alright, we're basically at full HP. Not quite at literally full HP, but basically at full HP. We will play Electrodynamics, and then a Leap, and then a Defend. It's a slow burn, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. So we got Zap working out for us. We don't have to turbo. If we don't have to turbo, we shouldn't turbo. The lightning hitting all enemies was the real meat of that one right there. So we're definitely going to take damage this time. And a decent amount of it. Yeah, we're going to need some more sustain. Dual cast. So good with Electrodynamics. Could have been worse. What do we need here? We don't need another turbo. Cold Snap has been pretty okay. Heat Sinks I don't think is necessary. Barrage I don't think is necessary. Chill gets exhausted. It being upgraded is kind of interesting. I don't think we take anything here, but Heat Sinks is potentially worth it. But we haven't committed to that power synergy yet. I absolutely refuse to lose all my gold, as you might expect. Auto Shields turn 1 is pretty much where we want to be, I think. We already start with 10, though, so we don't need to play Auto Shields. In fact, playing Auto Shields is very bad here. I'm an idiot. Let's start with some Ball Lightning. We're not going to kill this guy, so start with some Ball Lightning. Do a little Cold Snap. Lightning could get you, but here's what I'm thinking. Why not drink up? Jack of all trades. Dude, Dramatic Entrance is huge here. Zap for more energy. Start working on this guy anyway. We don't need any more block. There's no reason to play it or not to play it. So it was a really good first turn. If we can at least kill this guy, I'll be pretty happy. Let's go. I figured this was also one of the only ways for us to get the maximum amount of block. So now we want block and self-repair. We have no block, by the way, which is just horrible. So we just want to kill you. And let's see, we have 3 damage coming out there. Play this first. Okay, so we got you. We healed up pretty nicely. Feeling a little bit better. Axe Kick is... A hologram, though, is better. Axe Kick is a very, very essential enabler, but I think hologram is more useful. But, dude, I would just love for those to be split. If possible. Like, I want both of those cards, is what I'm trying to say. Alright, so this is gonna stink. He's putting the debuff on us early. That's no good. It's a decent, like... What about a dual cast? Okay. All for one. Dual cast. Now we have 1,000 energy. We'll sweep you. We'll sweep you good. I'm gonna hit you. Gotta hit you with this Rip and Tear. Put a little defend up. We're still going to take 5 damage. But we have self-repair active, so have to play it. You're going to live. We're going to take another 5. So it's subpar. I'm surprised. I thought we were doing a little bit better there. Rebound is important. I think, at least. I really like defrag. I think defrag can work without being in a power synergy necessarily. Please, God, I would like to buy some axe kicks. If you could please give me axe kick. Reboot gets exhausted no matter what, right? Yeah. It kind of is anti-synergistic. You know what, in this one, I'm thinking maybe just don't get anything. Get ready for this elite fight. This guy could be a pain in the butt as well. So you definitely want defrag. Ball lightning is not the best turn for it, but... Alright, now things are going to get very confusing, like. But this is extremely great. Hit you, get some energy back. Hit you with a sweeping beam. That's an expensive self-repair, huh? 14. So this 19 block, that's perfect. I honestly think we'd rather have self-repair active, even if it's expensive. 18 damage again. Not great. When we only have 3 energy, we're not getting any more. So we could all for one. I don't know if this will work the way I want it to work, but I'm thinking it's turbo, defend, all for one, and it did bring back what I wanted. So we're going to zap, cold snap, defend, turbo again, sweeping beam, strike, hologram, bring back all for one. Play it. Look at this, dude. Like, you can't really ask for anything better than that. That was just good luck coalescing. Storm is pretty okay, but we only play 1 power in this deck. So I think we either take Cold Snap or nothing. Let's try nothing for now. It's too late for genetic algorithm. I'll take another Cold Snap, but I'm not an enormous fan of it. Now we should drink the fruit juice. Electrodynamics is very big here. Focus first. Dual cast comes out. It's a lot of damage, but this turn is going to stink pretty bad. So he did take our Thorns potion to try to, you know, make things work for us a little better here. And we have played dual cast, so an all for one would be really nice. I kind of like the idea of a hologram. Well, hologram dual cast, yeah. It's pretty much specifically what I asked for. Gets a kill, 16 damage on the field. Getcha. Getcha. Put a little defense. So we got 16 block. We're not going to take any damage. We are going to get debuffed. And we have energy just waiting to be used here. It's a lot of damage. Should have rebounded the auto shields maybe, but... 23 damage, 17 block. Let's do it like this. Again, they get hit by thorns, so I'm not feeling too badly about this right now. Zap is free energy. Rainbow would have been the same. But, yeah, that's also extremely good. All for one, please. Don't need it. Good fight. Shovel, also very useful. Claw, potentially necessary sort of enabler here. Dead branch, beautiful if we can find a good way to use it. Now, I don't want to fight 3 elites. You can call me whatever you want to call me. I don't want to fight 3 elites. 2 elites, which is what we're doing on this path anyway, is fine. I think that, I mean, it's very similar. Hey, Quellen, thank you for the subscription. I'll be the first to tell you that this run is very similar to the runs that we've been doing in the past here. And, I mean, there's a reason for that. I'm hopeful that it works. You're not going to die. We're going to take some nasty damage. This isn't even an elite fight, which is the scary part, but... Okay, what do you do here? I'd really, like, Rainbow pays for itself. I don't want to dual cast the energy. I'd much rather dual cast the lightning that comes to the front. And auto shields is now useless. Don't even be tempted. So double cast the lightning. Some real damage. Get that plated armor down there. Sweeping beam, you're hoping for some defense. You're not going to get it. We're going to take another 5 damage. Give me a... Well, we can't rebound hologram. What we're going to do... Oh, it doesn't give us any block. Okay. We're going to hologram into leap, even though all for one might be a bit of a better option here. We got to play every fight a little bit differently, you know, according to what it's got going on. You know, random colorless card at the start of your turn. Don't think it's particularly good, though. So there's 6 block. 12 block, technically. There you go. Only need to hit you for 26. Surprisingly not that hard. That'll work. HP could always be better. Axe kick, so necessary. Axe kick, so necessary. These are huge, like, important parts of, we still have to fight 2 elites this way, so we probably should have thought this through a little better, but, axe kick is an essential part of our game plan right now. Electrodynamics is a necessity. It's 8 damage to all enemies, even though it is going to make that guy quite angry. It's going to be a slow fight to begin with here, no doubt about it. Well, it's slow for me, maybe great for them. I think I'd rather dual cast the Dark Orb. We will zap, leap, defend. Do I want to strike you? I don't love this. I'll be the first to tell you. Not a big fan. But if it's got to be done, it's got to be done. Give me a self-repair for certain. Rebound, sweeping beam, ball lightning. Strike, strike. Okay, we got something going. It's slow. It's very, very slow. Rainbow no longer pays for itself. Something like that. Something like that. Wish it hadn't hit you. Dude, you guys are hurting me a great deal. 12 plus 42 damage. We got 53 HP. How the heck are we going to beat this last elite, man? Times... Well, I shouldn't even be worried about the last elite, I suppose. I should be worried about the... should be worried about this elite, which is still going very strong and is now about to do lethal damage. So All for One was one of the first cards we got. So what do? Axe kick, hologram. Went right by it. All for One. Claw. Axe kick. Zap, dual cast. Ooh! Extremely spooky. Give me buffer. Might keep us alive. Probably won't. I'm just gonna let you know. You starting week, beautiful. So happy to see that. All for One, right off the bat, with hologram. Not at all happy to see that. Very disappointed to see that. Play buffer on a turn where you can play buffer. No point in using anything else. Even hologram would roll over 2 blocks, so I guess maybe there was a point to playing it, but very small one. Very, very small one. So I'm not sure if Axe Kick will kill you. It'll deal 6, I think, and then this will work twice. Seems like kind of a waste of it. What if we were to strike Cold Snap? Nah. Yeah, I actually am okay with this, believe it or not. We're going to take 3 damage. Or no, buffer got taken out instead. That makes sense. So Rainbow pays for itself. Probably should have focused first. Sunder is not amazing here, but it is, you know, maybe it is. It's a way for us to put 24 damage out there we otherwise wouldn't be able to. Gonna roll over the slightest amount of block. 36 damage, huh? That's kind of a lot. So it made auto shields useless, which is just a classic little song and dance, huh? Maybe should have played defrag first, but I'm getting scared. I'm trying to figure out how we're gonna live here. Killing you is like the easiest way. But I don't know if we can get there. I'm trying. 32. So I think this will keep us alive. But then the only way to actually kill you would be to draw something amazing off of this. We didn't get there. Didn't get there. Okay, so we're going to be on like 1 HP. And by like, I mean literally. But we're going to get 7 HP back. So let's not get too bitter about things. FTL is a very important enabler. We're probably done. I'm just, like in my head, I'm running it through, and I'm like, how on earth do we stop this? The answer is not existing. I don't know if it exists for us, the ability to stop this. Can do this. Taking no damage on this turn. You know as well as I do, though. All it takes is one, oh my god. All it takes is one bad draw with, like, Snecko oil to put us in a bad spot here. Thank you, Buffer. That's incredibly useful. $15. Is this the draw? Every time I have to think, is this the draw? What do we have for 0? Dual cast, axe kick, strike. Wow, okay. 15 life. Yes. Beam cell, pretty important. Oh, lordy. Yeah, this is horrible. You need a turbo. Then you need some, like, pieces here. That's not really a piece. I've decided to not even look at our health. I think we're only taking 2 damage on turn 1 here, which is very surprising. But things are gonna not be amazing for a long time here. Jack of all trades. I don't want to shuffle my discard pile into my drop pile. That's an important piece of this. Ignore the gas leak, as always, by the way. So, electrodynamics is huge, but we have to all for one. And start to work here. I think buffer is probably essential. And I mean, electrodynamics is good, but we don't actually have any lightning on the field right now, so I'm going to consider it like a secondary option. Like a buffer and then a reinforced body actually means we take no damage. And I don't know. I don't think I want to shuffle the discard pile yet, because we actually have hologram potentially coming up that could do a lot of good work for us. So I'm going to rebound, axe kick. I'm going to axe kick. We still have buffer active, so we're going to live, amazingly. You know, well, let's think. Auto shield is pretty strong. We need to play self-repair. Might as well get a defrag out there. Might as well axe kick you to put it over here. Hologram basically kills this guy if it shows up, which it is not, but one day. Maybe today. No need to dual cast. Keep the block. I am stunned that we're alive. We should definitely die against the boss. But even to have made it this far is kind of amazing. It's also amazing how the run changes, because previously I was like, we're saved! Forever and ever and ever. 44 HP with 4 plated armor, because I'm definitely popping this like immediately. Okay, what do we like? Zaps, excellent. Rainbow more than pays for itself. The question is, do you want to use it right away? And I think the answer is going to be yes. Darkness is also good. Get more of those out there. Cold Snap, defend. You know, it will roll over some block. 2 of these boys. All right. Start with a beam cell into a sweeping beam. We do probably want to play turbo, but let's do an axe kick and a cold snap. 28 block. That's enough. Electrodynamics is unnecessary past the early part of this fight. All for one is strictly necessary. Has to be done. Apotheosis has to be played. I like this. I like that a lot. Just thinking, like, what do we hologram back? It's only 3 block. It's my all the girls want to. Ain't your hologram card? Ooh. I mean, I think we just cold snap instead and do more damage and put up almost enough block. I forgot about the plated armor. Okay, the plated armor is doing great stuff for us. 24 damage. I hate it. Ball lightning. Give me some block. Cold snap. Give me some block. I really don't have it's going to put all for one. You know what? We want to leave you alive for now. As strange as it sounds. Yeah, that was very stupid. Although if we draw a hologram, we're going to have a lot of gas to choose from here. I just saw hologram go away. I'm evoking it because we get to keep some of the block at least, but... Alright, this guy's getting strong. 58. Oh my god, we're living. And not in the Twitter way. Hit you with that. Hologram. Only works if we played less than 3 cards, so I'm not an enormous fan. Auto Shield is not doing what I need it to do. So we're only taking 14 damage, which is certainly bad, but we're not dead. This is like, I think... Give me like a hologram FTL. I still don't know if we have a way forwards, and we're, again, on lethal here, but... We have 11 block. Channel 2 dark, we're going to have a little bit more. We're going to have 14 block. So again, we live, but it looks just horrendous. We have some 0-cost cards. We don't need to evoke the block yet. Let's do a sweeping beam, see what we draw. It's a tough one because buffer could keep us alive, but at the same time I do feel like a certain... Oh, we can still play it. I do feel a certain pull to, like, you know, killing the enemy at some point. You can see my conundrum. Okay, so we got a doubled buffer, which actually would keep me alive on this turn. So what would you do? I mean, there's no point in blocking, really. You would axe kick, rip and tear, strike. Buffer will keep us alive, and then we got to do 11 damage to you. Okay, well, we're alive, and not for long. I do think you need, or at least would love, Echo Form. We have the money necessary to try Cursed Key. I haven't really gone for a potion build. Oh, we're back to 62. That's way better than I expected to be at. Keep in mind we fought so many elites as that floor, like, was dragging onwards and onwards, so... I don't actually know if I'm as disappointed in this as you might assume that I am. It's kind of a terrible use of our dual cast to do 12 damage to that guy. It would be nice. Even the defend is not worth anything here. But I feel relatively okay about how that boss fight went down. I thought for certain, like 100%, we were guaranteed to die. And you're pretty much dead if we can evoke something. Let's evoke something, but also play self-repair. We got it. Start there. Oh, we gotcha. Oh, we gotcha. I think we've got a better chance than anybody's given us credit for right now. Just being honest with you. 500 gold. Apotheosis is just a gorgeous card. Now, we know we're going to get curses, so this is pretty tempting too. This. Raising our max HP might give us enough to make this work. 100% we've done this 10 times. We want Madness. Even though this would give us maximum HP. Madness is important for enabling All for One. Take my strike, please. Take my strike, please. Fight as few elites as possible as you make your way through here. We start with 10 block. So what do? Dual cast. Hologram. Dual cast. It's pretty okay damage. Ball lightning. I would rather not axe kick, because the energy would be lost to the ether forever. Madness. Ooh, into a sweeping beam. Into a beam cell. Into a rip and tear. Against basic enemies, I feel like we have a chance. And maybe that's the true folly of this run, you know? You're not dead yet. How did that happen? Since self-repair is coming up, I actually think we should just buffer, defend, and then we can at least heal for 7 out of this. Look at that. Your boy using arithmetic to help himself out. Leap is still pretty important in this deck, I think. Scrape, I don't know. I think one of them might be enough. So. Wow, there's one more campfire for the remainder of the game. In that case, I think I will rest instead of digging. That seems prudent to me. Purity, Amplify. Amplify, I'll take it. Narrow use case, but I'll take it. Zap Decay. Purity, I do want it because we have curses that are going to enter our deck. Decay, obviously we're just not going to choose Decay. Even though it would give us more maximum HP. I'm going to choose to fight this elite. And then probably skip the next one depending on how our HP looks. Okay, well, there's something to be said about this. We play Steam Barrier. We play Sweeping Beam. We play Axe Kick. All for One comes out. Well, we don't need to play Steam Barrier, so we shouldn't. Sweeping Beam. Axe Kick and Evoke. Roll over 1 block for our next turn. Just to make auto shields useless. Now, what do we want against this guy? We want block. So, that's one way. Might surprise you. We almost got there. 40 damage, huh? Well, it's a great turn for buffer. Not much I can do to stop that. We'll defrag, even though it's a little lame. Again, the block there is useless, unfortunately. Now this turn. Definitely hit ya. Might as well play it. Even though there's no value, we don't roll over energy, so... Alright, this turn he's not intangible. Let's get some stuff done. A little expensive on the Apotheosis, but I'm gonna hit ya. 21 damage, huh? Dang. Well, we're gonna take a little. Another 6. For fighting an elite, this isn't horrible, but obviously I'd like it to be better. Apotheosis isn't gonna make anything any better at this point. I think we'll rebound Ball Lightning, even though we're not doing much of anything here. It did give us an Evoke, that's right. Just channel some more stuff so we can do more damage next turn. That's the idea, at least. So, self-repair is pretty important. Definitely, like, get some defense out there. Okay. About to take 31 damage. Not amazing. He's intangible this turn. Play it slow. Might as well roll over a little block for the next turn. Please just find a way to kill him. So this will deal 12 damage. Got a better idea. How about this? Okay. Man, bronze scales is fine. We'll take another axe kick. I'm starting to get as nervous as you would expect. Matrushka is now irrelevant. And normality is horrible. Immediately travel to the boss. I don't think I can. I don't think I want to fight the boss under these circumstances. I want to hit these question marks, as risky as it might be. Can only play 3 cards. What do you want to play? FTL. Echo Form. Defend. We take no damage. We get Echo Form out there. Echo Form, so important. So important. Because of the fact that we can use that with self-repair to start rebuilding our HP. Gain 13 block, retain your hand this turn. Sure, why not? We have enough block now. Do we really want to double Jack of all trades? It's like a double rip and tear. It's probably a better option. No. Not yet, anyway. Well, now I'm like, you know, maybe they got a point. Reboot. It's not necessarily bad. We really want to double self-repair, but I'm just going to play it to get it out there. Does pain me a little bit. Okay, so here comes the debuff. It'd be real nice to kill him this turn. How do we get 43 damage done? Pretty simple, we don't. I think Scrape might be the only way out. We can do like 15 damage, and then Axe Kick would do another 7, 22, and then we'd have a little bit extra. Yeah, sadly, well, we'll start with Scrape. Then maybe well, you can do Hologram. Bring back an Axe Kick, I guess. Start like this. Just want to see if there's like any chance that we can kill you. We can't, I think, but we can get a decent amount of block. And we do have Buffer active, don't forget about that. Alright, so we did make it through that without too much trouble. Another FTL is pretty solid. Another Axe Kick. Again, it's all... We're looking for the Wombo combo all for one, basically. Which, if we could stop drawing on turn 1, that would be real sweet. Exploder's got to go. How much damage are you doing turn 1? 20? It's a lot. It's not a little. What? Cost 0 on this turn. On this turn. Okay. I thought I was a genius. It turns out I'm just really, really smart. Not quite genius level. That was a joke. You know what? I'm gonna defrag. Hit you with this real quick. I'm gonna put you closer to death. No need to play anything else. Auto shields we can't play because we have 2 block already. Or we can play, but it would be very dumb. One of those, one of these. I hate that to kill you, I'm gonna lose buffer. But if I don't hit you, I'm also gonna lose buffer. So... forget buffer, dude. This is a bummer. I'm gonna let you hit me for 9 so I don't get hit for 15 instead. Start with a rainbow. Dual casts. We made it. Still at 50 HP. Not that bad. I think another auto shield is not bad. This guy doesn't... like, the Time Lord doesn't block for that much. Does this become 0? It does. And we do have Apotheosis. So you know what? I'll take it. It's not useful yet, but if we play an Apotheosis come back around, we're going to love it. Okay, there's no option here. Like, a second Jack of all trades is fine, but we have to get rid of normality. That's the single best thing we can do for this deck. Really wish that you were not a fight. Oh well, I guess. Something like that. Another 6 damage, but put a Dark Orb in play. Thor 2, the Dark Orb. Blind, Claw. I like it. Zap as well. Madness, it hit all for 1. I don't know how I feel about that, but we'll all for 1 obviously right after. Give you an Axe Kick for energy. Claw, Zap, Blind again. Strike, Barrage. Would have been real nice to put up literally any block, but it is what it is. FTL. Purity. We'll scrape, see what we get. Turbo. Not particularly strong here. Or ever. At this point of the game. 24 damage, huh? It's a great time for me to get a buffer. Which we did not. Man, I wish you were not an enemy. Claw. There you go. Your little dual cast takes us up to 12 block. Evoke that one. We're up to 18, which is actually 21. Ooh, I don't know. I hope I'm not being gauche by explaining that I'm actually pretty pleased to, you know, potentially, it seems relatively likely I'm going to make it to the boss here. Our HP is probably going to be horrendous. But it does appear that we will probably at least make it to the boss. And this is not going to be too helpful. Thank you. We should have taken the other all for 1, I guess, but whatever. So I still feel pretty confident about our... oh, necessary. Pretty confident about our Ascension plays so far as the defect. I think it's been really fun, but now it's time to die, in all likelihood. But I had a fun time here. No joke whatsoever. Magnetism. Absolutely will add. There's no need to play a self-repair here. For 2 cards, I could roll over a decent amount of... Oh, that card was useless. Bias Cognition. I maybe shouldn't have played it. But if this fight goes on long, we're already dead. So let's get Echo Form out there. We have 3 more cards to play. How do we save ourselves? Well, not giving him a strength upgrade so he kills you seems like high on the list. But something like that, maybe. We're going to live with 5 HP. Don't love our chances here. God, I would have loved for that to have hit Rainbow. The second Bias Cognition should have amplified that. Doesn't really rhyme. Okay, buffer, I mean, is necessary. I would like to have made it better. But we didn't get the opportunity to do so. I'll Axe Kick ya. So you're saying there's a chance. We have 2 cards. We have 17 HP right now. Well, that'll do it. We did put up 39 block, though. 36. Okay, now we got infinity cards. I think you'd probably double up on leap here to try to keep yourself alive. We already have more than enough block, which is kind of hilarious. I'm going to use Purity to exhaust Purity and draw a bunch from Dead Branch. Might as well, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. We do have 31 block already. Sadistic Nature. Oh, we definitely did not need to play that twice. Every time, dude. And I'm also immediately like, we're dead. We deserve that. We're not dead. We have 5 HP left, but no block. Remember, whatever you play first gets played twice. All of our focus is gone. So defrag is kind of tempting. But what about an auto shields for as much block as is humanly possible? Apotheosis then. We don't need to upgrade every card twice, obviously. We're screwed. And I think I actually did have an opening on this fight that I botched. I see one way through this, and it's honestly a hologram all for one. And I don't know what our second hologram would be. Force field? So get force field the heck out of there. Then play all for one. 34. So we're still dead. We gain 1 block on an evoke. 48. So we have 54? Okay. 55? Please! Please! 56! But he got stronger. Yeah, I think we had a real chance there and I blew it, but it was a fun run nonetheless. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. If you did, click the like button. It helps us a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching. I will. It hurts. See you next time.